Right, A9 Mark III and A1 Mark II users, I've got a killer hidden feature for you that allows you to see the effect of your slow motion exposures down to an eighth of a second before you press the shutter button. It's amazing. I found it by accident. I'm sharing it with you, so keep watching. Now, to cut a long story short, you know, I like to tell a lot of stories. I was at RSPB Troop Head in Scotland shooting gannets. I was shooting down from the top of the cliff using my Flexshooter tripod head. More on that a bit later. What I wanted to get was a group of gannets flying really slowly in super slow motion to create all these cool trail effects with the colony on the side kind of exposed properly, all right? Well, I found out that using pre-capture, I could actually simulate the exposure and see when the maximum number of gannets were there. Don't believe me? Watch this video of me at Troop Head and you'll see.
Now listen, I have just found an amazing tip, okay? On the Sony A1 Mark II, you've got pre-capture. You all know what that's for, to record back in time, can be up to a second. If you switch pre-capture on and press the shutter button halfway, you get exposure simulation. So right now I'm shooting very, very slow shutter speeds, okay, tenth of a second, something like that, to get some seabirds wheeling round. I can see what the effect of that is as I'm shooting. So when I can see there's a load of them going in and the pattern looks good, I press the button and I record them. You get this exposure simulation in pre-capture mode. The only limitation, I think, is that the minimum shutter speed you can use is an eighth of a second. But wow, it means that you can actually predict what you're shooting on what the effect is when you're using these slow shutter speeds to get these artistic images. It's brilliant. I'm going to keep using it. I love it.
Wow, how amazing was that? A simple feature. Sorry about the very, very dodgy iPhone video, but I didn't have a laptop with me and a VGA connection. You can try it yourself, but in a nutshell, switch on pre-capture mode, okay? Press it halfway down, and when you've got a slow shutter speed, I was down to an eighth, and that's, by the way, is the minimum that you can actually go down on pre-capture. That's the limit. I was down at an eighth, and it showed me in the viewfinder the effect of the trails. It was amazing. I could see when the maximum number of gannets were wheeling around, or some cool effects on the screen. Then I could press the shutter button down, and because it's pre-capture, it will record. Wow, couldn't believe it. I found it by accident, and once I found it, it was so useful all of the time because I could ensure that I got the best picture. And I know what you say, you don't need that, Andy, just shoot at 30 frames a second. You've got no guarantee that what you're going to get is any good then, because you can't see what the maximum is, because seabirds ebb and flow. They come in different numbers, okay? They vary. Just blasting uses a lot of pictures, gets boring in the edit and doesn't get you anything. It's Trigger Happy Ted has got, it's what I call it, has got no skill at all. So using this pre-capture method, it's fantastic. Now, one thing about using pre-capture is that you should put it on a quick button, okay? I've got mine on the quick button on the top there because I think that's the most useful thing. I can get my hand there very, very quickly. You're seeing a video on the screen of how to set it up on the menus. It's really, really useful. I will do a much fuller video on pre-capture, but right now, to be able to do that kind of exposure simulation is so useful for big groups, especially these seabird colonies where you're looking down against the sea. You don't want to take the boring picture of the individual birds at high shutter speed. That is such a yawn and so boring. You want to do some creativity. Well, it lets you do that, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, I said I've mentioned the Flexshooter head. It's our unique double ball head. The link is below to the website store where you can see all about it with some videos and stuff like that. It is absolutely unique because it will allow you to set your camera level like I was on the cliff edge, and the rest of the camera then is held very securely and it's held as if it's weightless, which is really fantastic. So Flexshooter head, hope that you enjoy that. Hope that you enjoyed these little tips. More along later on. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, 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 bye.